What's up, everybody? Hope y'all are having a wonderful day. I'm Anthony, and on today's video we are going to go extremely back to the basics. I want to show y'all one of the most useful knots that I've used throughout my entire life, and that's going to be the bowline knot. Well, this knot is very simple but very, very effective. This is actually one of the very first knots I learned how to tie aside from tying my shoes. A lot of people, that's the only knot they really know is an overhand knot and a double overhand knot. Well, when you're out in the world and doing normal things and hey, camping, whatever, you're going to need to know things besides just an overhand knot. You're going to need to know how to tie something in, say, a loop. And a loop that does not cinch down, yet is very strong to be able to secure things that actually have some weight to them. So that is where the bowline knot comes in, and I'm going to show you how to tie it. Alright, so long story short, when I was a kid, I'm talking like 5, 6 years old, I used to go see my great-grandfather. He was in the Navy for 20 years during World War II, so obviously the man had seen some stuff and known some stuff, and he was the one who wanted to teach me, since I grew up without a father, how to do the most basic of basic things. And one of those things was how to tie knots. Obviously, being a sailor, he knew how to tie a whole bunch of them, and he would often quiz me. Hey, he would toss me some rope and say, hey, tie this kind of knot. And one of the very first ones, I think actually this was the first one I learned from him, was the bowline, because it is so important. Okay, so when you work with rope, first things first, I have to tell you there's certain terminology that we like to use when tying a knot. That way you can kind of keep track of what end you're talking about. All right, the length of rope that's longer is usually going to be called the standing part, all right, the standing length of rope. The end that you are tying the knot in is called the working end or tag end, okay? So when I'm manipulating this knot, I'm going to be using the working end on the standing part of the rope, okay? So the standing of the rope. I'm repeating that for a reason. Standing, working. Now, when I'm tying this knot, I like to take the rope and put it down over my hand like so. I take my working end and I go behind my forefingers and make a loop, okay? This is the basis of your knot right here. Now you are going to take your working end and you are going to go through the loop, all right? Now you take that working end and you go behind the standing part and you come back down through that knot loop. Pull, congratulations, there's your bowline. Now if that was too fast or not enough detail, check it out, I'm going to do it on the ground. Okay, so we are going to take our rope just like I showed you and wrap it around those 4 fingers, okay? We are going to make that initial loop. Now, you take your working end or your tag end and you come from behind, okay? Come up from behind, up through that knot hole. Then you take the working end, go behind the standing part. Take that working end back through the knot hole, grab it, and then grab the loop you made simultaneously, hold the two, then pull the standing part tight. Congratulations, that is your bowline knot. There you go, easy, right? Not too hard. This is one of those fundamental foundational knots that you need to learn if you want to move on and do more and more later on. So this is, again, a refresher for those of you who know how to do it, and for those that don't, congratulations. Hopefully now you do. If you don't, if you still don't get it, I'm going to go ahead and post a link down below to a website that's going to show a picture version with the little arrows to hopefully get it to the point where you can see what I was trying to show you via my hands. But this is one of those things, one of those knots you're most likely going to use quite a few times, especially if you like to go outdoors. I can give you a myriad of examples, being able to hang something, being able to toss this over a tree branch, pull the working end through, and congratulations, you have a very secure non-slip knot. And one of my favorites you've seen actually in pop culture at some point, I guarantee it, is for a garage door. All right, instead of having to grab a slick rope, especially if your hands are greasy, it's very convenient to be able to stick your finger through a loop that's not going to close down on it and pull that garage door down. So that's most likely where you're going to see this thing. There are, again, so many different places where you can actually see this and use it. It's all up to your imagination. I hope this video helped you. If it did, please do me a humongous favor and give me a thumbs up. It really helps out my channel. Subscribe, and I'll catch y'all later, okay?